Cubism. Cubism challenged age-old artistic styles and rejected conventional ideas. The artists of this period wanted to revitalize art so that it would be more in line with the modern age. They would go on to create the first abstract style in modern art. The Cubist movement reached its creative peak between 1907 and 1914. At the turn of the 20th century, artists found themselves in a fast-paced and ever-changing modern world. Technological advancements, political change, and dramatic changes within social structures were all happening at this time. Photography was increasingly being used for portraiture and to document historical and everyday events, so it was only natural for painters to turn to other themes. The leading artists of the day, Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque, felt that a new artistic style was needed to connect with a modern audience and reflect the struggles of modern life. Inspired by post-impressionist Paul Cézanne, Cubist artists deviated from the three-dimensional perspective that had been the norm in art since the Renaissance. They instead painted two-dimensional figures from multiple perspectives to convey a sense of totality in a uniquely modern way. Cubist artists simplified natural forms into geometric shapes like cylinders, spheres, and of course, cubes. The movement got its name from a French critic who, upon viewing Braque's 1908 landscape paintings, commented on the liberal use of cubes. Cubists had a new approach to painting time, volume, mass, and space. Instead of attempting to duplicate images, Cubists attempted to distill the essence of their subject with distorted, fragmented, and abstract forms, with multiple perspectives of the same scene. Paintings were distinguished by their two-dimensional flatness and paper collage. Cubists had been considered the most influential art movement of the 20th century. Famous painters and their works include Pablo Picasso, most famous for his Blue period. In 1901 and 1904, like the tragedy, Portrait of Angel Fernandez de Soto, The Old Guitarist, and The Blue Room, among others. Georges Braque painted The Fruit Dish and Glass, The Portuguese, and Violin and Candlestick. Diego Rivera, whose Cubist paintings are Zapata-style landscape, Portrait of Martin Louis Guzman, and The Alarm Clock. Characteristics of this period are limited color palette, reconstruction of objects in multiple angles, uses of geometric construction and simplified shapes, and the human form looked at from many different angles. It was started by Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque. Complex interlocking shapes create feelings of tension and anxiety in the viewer, and the approximation of the fourth dimension.